Hi everyone. In one of the previous classes, we have written a program to find whether given string S1 is subset of S2 or not, or S2 is subset of S1 or not using certain set of predefined methods, something like contains method, or we can go with the index of method. Yes, right? And also we have seen one more method called region matches, right? But you have to take care, this should not be used to write whether given string is subset of another string or not, right? To get the reason, you can just go to the this video so that you can get the clarity, right? Fine. Now in today's class, we'll go with another important question which was asked in one of the interview. Check if the first string is subsequence of second string or not. See, here they're not asking for substring, they're asking for subsequent. So to get what is the meaning of subsequence, a subsequence is a sequence of is a string, is a new string which is formed from original string by deleting some of the characters without changing the order of the remaining characters. This is what we call it as subsequence. See, what is the meaning of it means, if we have something like a string called Krishna, subsequence of a string is nothing but if I am going to remove certain characters, something like R, S and N, then whatever the rest of the characters which forms the string, we can call it as subsequence of the string Krishna, right? So this is what I can call it as subsequence. Why I am calling it as subsequence means, after removing certain characters from the string, the former string doesn't change its order, right? See, first K appeared, yes, K appeared, I appeared, then I appeared, H appeared, then H appeared, A appeared, then A appeared. For example, if I take, I would like to remove R and S, uh, N only. Then what is the string that might be formed? If you go to example like K I A H, this might be one of the string is formed, right? But this I can call it as not a subsequence. Why means, according to the definition, you should not change its order without changing its order. It has to be formed, right? So if you take K is the first index position, yes, K formed. I is the next one. Next you have to get in the order as H, but here you got the order as A. So as the order of the characters is changed in the subsequent string, I can call it as it is a not subsequence. Like, tell me whether this one is going to be subsequence or not. Or HA, which means that what characters they have removed? They have removed K, I, S, N. Then rest of the things we have are RHA only, right? This RHA you can able to get many number of strings you can form, but the string which is having the order in which the actual string characters, that is what we call it as a subsequence. Hope you understood the clear meaning of subsequence, right? So for this, they are asking for us to write a simple Java program, right? So in order to write this one, first try to observe what you have to think, right? Let us take the string Krishna only, and I am trying to take the subsequent string as KISC. So what you can do, guys, we have to check whether this is a part of this one or not, and you have to maintain whether it is going to check its order or not. It is maintaining its order or not, right? For that, what we can do, simply we can take the index position of the first one and we can check here. Yes. For example, let me take K and K is matched. Yes. Then what I can do, I can move here and I can move this one. Is both are matched? No, it is not matched. Then what you have to do? You can think that R may be deleted. You can think that R may be deleted in the result, right? So what I can do? I can increase this value. Is these are matched? Yes. When these are matched, we can increase its portions. Yes, these are matched. Then we can increase again these portions. Is these are matched? No. When these are matched, you may think that this may be eliminated. eliminated. So what I can do, I can increase this one. N and A are matched? No. Then you might think that these are might be matched. Yes. Then you can check for this one. Yes, these are matched. Done. And is the string is complete or not? Yes. When once the string is completed, I can say that it is going to be a subset, or it is going to be a subsequence of the given string, right? So even though, see, you can consider 2 points. Even though the entire actual string is done, but here the string is not yet completed, then can I call this as not subsequence? Yes, I can call this as not subsequence, right? Even you can consider one more point. Even this entire string is not yet completed, but this string is completed, then I can call this as subsequence. Am I right or not? For example, if I take the simple thing KIS, that's it, right? Means once it reaches to the S position, all are done. Means when length of the subsequence string is already equal to the actual subsequence string, then I don't need to worry about the rest of the thing, because I have to check only for this one. You may think that these are all going to be eliminated. That is the general way you can able to write its program, right? So what you can do now, you can simply take out 2 loops and you can able to process it, right? So let us try to create it. So we'll try to write the code for it. So it can take the class name as subsequence string, right? So basically guys, in order to execute our program, we have to have a main method. This is where your program is going to start its execution, and you have to take the 2 strings, right? So to define 2 strings, first you have to take from the user, right? So system.println of enter main string, enter main string, right? In order to take it in from the user, I have to take the scanner class, which is available in the util package. Scanner sc equal to new scanner of, so you have to pass it through command prompt, system.in. Yes, right? So the result what is entered in the form of a string, right? String, I will call it as a main string equal to sc dot next line. I would like to read the entire line of data, right? Next, we'll ask the user to enter subsequence string. Enter subsequence string. So string sub string, right? So to make it simplify, I will make use of substring only, or you can go with subsequence, right? Substring is different from subsequence string. Sc dot next line. Yes, guys, so far we have taken 2 strings. One is main string, another one is subsequence string. Now what I have to do, I have to check it. For example, if substring main string they have entered as Krishna, and they have entered subsequent string as Kisa, something like that. So what you have to do, you have to check here first character, and here you have to check the first character. If both are matched, you can increase both positions, right? When increase both positions, is both are matched? No. When both are not matched, you may think that the main string, this character, or might be deleted from the subsequent string. Then what you have to do, you have to go with the next case. Now we can compare these two. Like that you have to process. Hope you understood, right? So simply I will take one for loop for int I equal to 0 and I less than, I can go with the subsequence string dot length. Guys, I need to process this up to which location? I want to go with up to subsequence string length, right? So or else I can directly mention both loops here only. Int I equal to 0, int j equal to 0. Second string also I am maintaining here, right? Yes, and both j less than main string dot length. That's it. And this one I am going to make it empty. So you can understand the reason why. So generally you can go with I++ and j++, right? But I don't want like that. I want to increase its character sequence after certain kind of condition, right? So which means that basically if you go with directly for loop, they will increment each and every time one iteration. but I don't want like that. I want to increment when k and k are matched. Assume that this is j as per the code. This is I, right? When both are matched, I want to increment I plus plus and j plus plus. When both are not matched, I may think that this might be deleted. Then I want to increase only j plus plus. Right? That is the reason I am not going to write any kind of increment or decrement operators here. Right? Yes. So now, how we are going to check that whether a particular portion characters are matched? Then I can go with the check condition. If subsequence string dot respect to portion, what how we are going to get character of I is double equal to main string dot character of j. Is it matched? If it is matched, I have to increment both the portions. Am I right? Yes. I have to increment the both portions. Otherwise I can go with j plus plus. That's it. Fine. Yes. So guys, here I will reduce the number of lines of code. Here what I will do now, instead of writing j, see this j plus plus is going to be executed always, whether it is going to be positive case or it might be negative case. So I am going to remove it from here, and I will try to remove this also. For both the cases, it is going to be executed. Yes, right. The same code I can write like this. Right? So which means this line of code is meant for when both characters are matched. Both characters are matched, right? And this is going to be incremented when both are matched or may not matched, right? Yes. So in both situations, I have to increment the main string character count index portion, right? And this particular loop has to be iterated and which time, whether it might be the completion of the length of the first string or length of the main string. It might be completed either subsequence length or it might be the main string length. Once it reaches the end of the any one of the what we can say length, we need to compare whether subsequence string length is completed or not. Subsequence dot length, is it done or not, right? So what is the thing you have to do here? You have to check how you are going to check whether subsequence length is completed or not. We can check with respect to the I variable. So we can check with respect to the I variable, right? Yes. But is I is outside accessible? No, it wouldn't possible. So I can go with writing outside here int I comma j, right? If subsequent length is equal to I can simply say that this out of given subsequent string is subsequence of main string. Else this out of, we can write it is we can say that it is not a subsequence. Fine. So this is a simple program which is to check whether the given string is subsequent of other string or not. So let me try to run it. I would like to save and launch. I would like to enter the main string as Krishna and subsequent string as per the example it should be Kisa, right? Given subsequent string is a subsequence of main string. Good. We'll execute once again. Krishna, and I am trying to take as RIAH, right guys? The output should be, it is not, right? It is because KRISHNA RIAH, right? You might think that K will be deleted, then R and R match, I and I match, then it will check for S might be deleted, H might be deleted, N might be deleted, A and R are going to be matched. Then it's going to be ended, so H is going to be left alone. Or if I say this order is going to be changed, that's why it is not going to be a subsequent of the string, right? You have to say that it is not a subsequence of the string, right? This is the simple code which you can do, right? Or else you can go with some other process also, right? Instead of going for a kind of for loop, can we go with the while loop? Yes, of course, you can go with the while loop also. So I will try to go with some different approach. I mean, instead of writing the entire business logic as well as execution logic in the thing same thing, what I will do now, I will try to go with writing some kind of functions. So let me try to make this also comment. So control J. So far what I have taken, I am trying to take two inputs from the user. One is main string, another one is substring, right? So once you got these two strings as input, I am going to simply send this data to the one more kind of a method. That method is going to take uh, the two strings. I mean, first string is subsequence, other string or not, that need to be defined, right? So I will try to say something like is the method name I am trying to write subsequence string. This method is going to take two parameters. One is string s1, another is string s2, right? So as I am saying that this is a kind of a method, it has to return something. I am trying to make use of as a static, and it is going to return simply boolean value, whether the given string is subsequence of other string or not, right? So as it is trying to return some boolean value, I have to return some value. So for timing, I am trying to make this as true, and let me make this as public. Now what I can do, whatever the input that I am trying to take, that will be passed to here. So as these two are the static methods, this is a static method and the main method is a static method, I can call it directly is subsequence of main string comma subsequence string, right? So to avoid the confusion, I am trying to make use like this, subsequence string comma main string. So what are the meaning of s1? String s1 is subsequence string, so I can make this as I can make this as main string, right? And it will send the data, and we have to process it, right? So which we can say again as boolean result, right? If a result, I can say as this one. If result is true, else it is not a substring. That's it, right? So my main method is done. I have to write the logic here. Now what I can do now, if you have the case, right? So instead of going with the for loop as per the earlier example, I can go with simply while loop, right? So int I equal to 0 and j equal to 0, I am going to initialize, right? While instead of having, see, you can check here the logic only, right? So int I equal to 0, here I am trying to highlight. So I need to check for the length of the both strings, right? Until both strings lengths are not yet done, I am going to iterate the while loop. While I less than, I can say that sub dot length and main dot length. So let me go with the case. What happened? So here you can able to observe, you have to go with, I think we need to rectify this error, cannot resolve to a variable int I equal to 0, right? So it should be a comma operator here, right? Fine. And here it has to be condition j less than main dot length, right? So which means I have written alternative for this for loop, and I have to go with the case again. If simple, if sub dot caret of I is double equal to main dot caret of j. What I have to do, I can go with simply incrementing the I value. Otherwise, I can go with incrementing the j value, right? So once it is done, there might be some situation where we can say like this, j plus plus, right? Done. Then I can go with simply checking this one, right? So if I would like to check, we can simply write if sub dot length is double equal to I, I would like to simply return the value as true. Otherwise, I am going to simply return the value as false. That's good. Guys, there might be some situation where you can simply go with a kind of case. Instead of going for this entire loop, can we check for if subsequence length is equal to 0 already? Then what we can do, we can simply directly say that they are going to be written true. Yes, if sub dot length, you need to handle this one. Actually, this particular while loop can able to handle it directly, but it's a good way to directly write this return true. Hope you understood, right? Initial itself, the first string length is initially 0. Then why need to check again all these things? That's the reason I made this as true. This is the simple code that we can able to write alternative with the help of for while loop. If I am going to execute it, enter the main string as Krishna, and this is Kisa. Given subsequent string is a subsequence of main string. Enter Krishna or IAH. It is not subsequence of a given the string. Right? It is a simple program which is used for to check your ability how we are going to process the characters in the string. Right? Fine. Hope you understood clearly. Thank you.